See the state police. Here we go. Okay. So if you've seen the videos, let me show you folks. We have Warwick police blocking here. And Warwick police are blocking the street here. And here is the Rhode Island State Police crime lab. And here is all Rhode Island State Police. So they have converged here. So you have Warwick Police, State Police. Now this is the home where Michele Romano lived. And this is where she lived with this man named Chuck. So you can see this is Hazard Avenue in Warwick. And folks, I was just coming back from there's the canine, the Karen Reed hearing. But they have the State Police Mobile Crime Lab is here. And State Police, Warwick Police have descended. Now, on this page, now right now we're live on both Facebook and TikTok. On this page, you see video where I'm interviewing Michele's daughter, Fallon, right here in front of this house on Hazard Avenue. You can see they have the crime scene tape up, the mobile crime lab. The street is blocked off right now with State Police, Warwick Police. And the person she was living here with is an individual by the name of Chuck. So again, this is Warwick. This is tied in. Here's five. Oh my God. Walk down and see if there's anything. Scout out. I'm going to do a come and join on Instagram. Folks, share that you are watching. This is the Michele Romano case. And let me just see where they are. Now, you've seen the videos of me standing right here in front of this house. And the State Police Mobile Crime Lab and the Warwick Police and State Police have descended on this house. This is where she was living. This is where she was living with this individual named Chuck. Now, her human remains were found in Foster last week. She was identified yesterday. And now I want to show you a picture of the missing woman. On Facebook we have it. It's so terrible. Poor Michele. There she is, Michele Romano, and they found and confirmed her remains in Foster. That is the missing woman, Michele Romano, who her remains have been found. What's down there?
Just a cop, that's it.
Okay, is it better shot for you down here?
No.
That's what you're doing. All right. This is better. How come that's not a good view? Right here, stand right here. All right. Folks, you can see they have taken over this property. I don't want to get in their way. This is Warwick Live. All right, you stand right here. Don't let anyone hit this stuff. Stand right here. Well, you can see that they're lifting something up.
Is this the house where she come from?
That's what I was saying. Are those slippers? All right, folks, again. Oh, I got to do a come join. But I want to show that they're looking into something that is on the property. You can see them right there. Kind of looking into it. I'm going to walk down here. Folks, this is connected to Michele Romano. You know what? I got to admit, we're the only ones here. You know why? Because the rest of the media didn't know this was the last place. You can see the state police looking right there. And they're looking, I think, at that boat. I would think. Let me come back. We'll come back down right over here. Again, state police, Warwick Police descended on this location. Now, here's a good question. Where's the person who lives here? I don't know. Where's Chuck? We don't know. But this is where, again, I don't want to be redundant, but anyone that has watched, if you go on either, you can see them looking underneath, right over there. So this is connected. How do I know this house? Folks, this is so interesting for everyone, I hope that's watching, picks up on this. The reason I know why they're here is because... Hey there. Is because we were here. This is, and I want to show you, I want to show you, everybody bear with me. Hold on, everybody. Again, this is Rhode Patrol, Warwick, 652 in the east. They got the crime lab. Don't have him talking. Okay. Now I want you to see, this is the interview we did with Fallon, her daughter, and I want you to look, it was standing right there. And we were asking her about her mom who's missing. Now the reason the rest of the media isn't here, what's the date on that? Carol, Warwick, November 2nd of last year. Right there as you're looking, watch when I drop. There it is. Right there. Let me show our TikTok crowd. So this is, we were interviewing her daughter right there. Right here in that driveway. Poor little Fallon. Let me do a come join. But that's why, right now, Carol, good, there's Robin and Connie. Hi there. Thank you, I appreciate that. No, we're live, just know that. So I try to tell people, just in case you don't want to be heard. You like the live stream?
Yeah, that was nice last night.
Oh, good. Oh, last night. Oh, right. Oh, about Michele. Yes. Now, folks, you can see, I want to go. You can see the state police right here. Now, a big question, Carol. Do you need a jacket?
No, I can't stay.
What?
I'm feeding Gary.
You're my co-host.
Feeding
What's a
Gary.
big question? Where is Chuck?
Where's
Where
Chuck?
is Chuck?
That's right.
We don't know where Chuck is. Who wants to see a photo of the man that lives here? I have a photo of him. I have a photo of Chuck. All right, now right now, we're at 610 on Facebook. What are we at? We are at 684. Thank you for the donuts on Instagram. Excuse me, on TikTok. Let me do a come join on Instagram. Let's see. I would think the photo of the man that lives here should be worth ballpark 3,000 stars. Let me do a come join on Instagram. Let me do a come join on Instagram. Carol's with me. You realize I was in court all day with the carriage and drive?
I know you are.
And here I am.
That's why I came flying in here.
Yep. All right, this is Rhode Patrol Live. We are in Warwick. This is connected to the Michele Romano investigation. You can join. This is an Instagram come and join. State police, Warwick police have descended on this street, Hazard Avenue. Oh, the dog is, Caitlin's barking at something. It could be, well, that could be information. You can join us on Facebook or TikTok. Again, this is an Instagram come join. You can join us on Facebook or TikTok. Everyone on Instagram. This is connected to the Michele Romano case. On this Instagram page, you see me standing in front of that house talking about her disappearance back in October, November. State police, Warwick police have descended. This has to do with the human remains that were found in Foster, Rhode Island, that yesterday they confirmed belonging to Michele Romano, who was living here, last seen here, and now state police and Warwick police are here. Come and join on either Facebook or TikTok. But this is Warwick, down by, this is Oakland Beach, and this is connected, the whole street is blocked off. State police.
It's a very good right now. Oh, Seaview Drive. I'm saying Seaview Drive. This is Hazard.
I said.
Oh, I thought you were.
All right. Thank you, Carol. Go ahead. Hi to Gary. Well, this is very dramatic right now. I'm not sure how much people realize this is the case. This is where she was staying. What are we at TikTok? 819. We get to 1,000. 604. This is rapid movement. They found the remains last week, and suddenly now, here they are at the house. So what I was going to tell you was, the question is, where is Chuck? Where's the man that was living in the house with Michele? Is he in custody? I don't know. I have a photo of him. Now I want to be very clear. As I show this, I feel terrible. This is the missing woman. They found her human remains. Show you some photos. There's Michele. Feel terrible for her children, her lovely family. Oh, I found it. Here's her daughter with the dog Inky. Right there, we did the interview with her standing right there. Fallon was so brave to do that. We did the interview with Fallon right here. Folks, you know what I realize is the reason the rest of the media is not here is they don't realize that this house is connected to her. All right, ready? Here's the big unveil. What are we at? 8:10, that's it? All right, I'm going to show you. Ready? Now, I want to be very clear. We know she was living here with Chuck. Forget about the Team You Trust, Channel 10 or Channel 12. They don't even know this guy exists. The only reason I know is because I was down here and we were investigating her disappearance. I want to be very clear. The police are at his house. She was living here. I want to be very clear. He is not, to my knowledge, he's not under arrest. I'm not saying he's a suspect. I'm saying this is the man that Michele was living with. This is the man Michele Romano was living with. Right there. That's Chuck. Maybe you know him, maybe you don't know him. I've never met him. Here he is right here. I want to be very clear. I am not accusing him of anything. He is not, as far as I know, a suspect. There's no accusation. All I'm stating is this is the person that owns that home, and Michele was living with him, and now state police and Warwick police have descended here. That's why I shouldn't be shocked, but All right, we're going to relocate just a little bit. Hold on, everybody. Let me say good evening to everybody. Let's see. There we go. All right, there's our TikTok live crowd. Folks, right? Check the page. We have a video of Fallon on this page. It's so awful. This is the missing person case, Michele Romano. They just found human remains. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything. And I didn't say that he did anything. But he owns this home, and she was living with him. Where is the daughter? They're grieving. She's in Rhode Island somewhere. I don't know. Thank you for that. They just identified publicly Michelle's remains yesterday. There's Marie, yes, and Willow. It is sad. So, folks, we're the only media here, and I'm going to put back to police. No. It's facing this way. The guy said, "Why is the camera on my house?" It's not on your house. I had it on me. All right, I want to move down here, just so I think we can see them better. Down here. State Police K-9, we can. All right, again, right now it's 7:03. What you're looking at is a very active, and it's a crime scene. Look at the tape that is up. This is Warwick. This is connected to the Michele Romano case. And I want to stress, we have done video here. Thank you for the donuts on TikTok. Well, I don't know what that means. I'm not going to get into it, but folks, this is a very dramatic development. Good evening to everybody. Facebook. I also want to just show you the street is blocked off. Good evening, everybody. Make sure to see. This is the reason we say follow the page. Become a subscriber. Thank you, everybody. New month, new gold stars. Right? Who first told you she was missing? Who's the only one on the scene as now that was raided the house that she's in? Right here, Rhode Patrol Live. So, folks, and again, this is coming after a very, very long day in court with the retrial. That is State Police, Warwick Police. I also want to stress, again, to my knowledge, no one has been charged here. Maybe in their mind it makes sense, since this was the last place that she was seen and her remains were found. Her remains were found in Foster. I have a really good picture someone sent me, actually on the page. Hold on. Let me just show you, and I think they posted it as well. I want to credit Valerie and Fallon. The family started a page, Help Us Find Michele Romano, and there was a beautiful picture of Michele that they shared, and I want to just show you right now. It's on the Facebook page. There it is. Oh, wow. Look how beautiful. That was Michelle. Thank you for the stars on FB. I'll show everybody on TikTok. So this was the missing woman, Michelle Romano. And they found she's been missing since July. She was last living at this house. And they found her remains. I learned a hiker found them in Foster. Right now it's 7:07 in the east. Again, you're watching, and once again, this is, I should post something on X so the rest of the media knows that where to find us. But let me just, before I do that, I want to show you that the street is blocked off with the Warwick police. That is the Rhode Island State Police Crime Lab. This is the house she was living at. And then you have police all the way down here, and then they're blocking the street. This is where she was living. Let's go through the timeline. Last seen in July, vanished, allegedly. Last time she was seen, the man that lived in this house contacted her daughter, Fallon, and said, "Can you come over and get her dog?" And so Fallon got little Inky, Michelle's dog, which was odd that she would not be with her. And then that started, they were trying to locate her. And then, folks, it's not easy with a missing person. Some people say, oh no, she, left, she's on a trip, or blah, blah, blah. Obviously not. And then the case just kind of stalled. And then in October, we picked it up, and I got a chance to meet her wonderful family. There's still more police arriving. This was Warwick police back in the summer and the fall. And it just kind of was floating out there of what happened to her. And all of a sudden last week, a hiker in Foster, Rhode Island, came across human remains. State police were called in because they work with that police department. And it was announced yesterday, they positively identified that the remains belong to Michelle Romano. And suddenly now, that was yesterday, Monday, March 31st. Suddenly today, I think it took a while for them to get the warrant. State police, Warwick police arrived here a short time ago, and they have set up a crime scene. Now, I want to be very clear. I have no idea where the individual who lives in the house, where he is. So, and again, you can see the police are huddled right there. Rhode Patrol Live, Warwick, Michelle Romano case. This was where she was living. Hazard Avenue in Warwick, Oakland Beach. This is where she was last seen alive. Her remains were found last week in Foster. They were positively identified yesterday, and state police and Warwick police have descended on this street. Warwick police blocking it off. State police canine here. And also the crime lab is here. The reason they are here, it has to do with the disappearance and the finding of the remains of Michelle Romano. Rhode Patrol Live, Warwick. Folks, spent the day in the courtroom. That's exactly right, Chris M. Spent the day in the courtroom in Dedham for the Karen Reed day 1 of jury selection. Tonight, we are in Warwick with the Michele Romano case. Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, I will be on court TV outside of the courthouse. Very busy time for Rhode Patrol Live. Where are the TV stations? Harricani would have been here. I'll give him that. Where is Channel 12? I don't get it. Wow, good thing I wore a jacket. Thank you, Chris M. Excellent. Watching from Scotland. Yep, watching from the UK. We were live this morning at 7:30 in front of the courthouse in Dedham. And now all of a sudden, 12 hours later, here we are. But folks, if we weren't here, but that's the why. That's the why. And I want to thank her sister Valerie, her daughter Fallon, who it was not easy to come on camera. It wasn't easy to put a story out there. It wasn't easy to advocate for her mom, who's missing. But we know why, and you know why they're here. We know why, and you know why they're here. We're gonna be live here, and then I'll have dinner after that. What's that? Hi.
Nancy McCormick.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? I lost a lot of weight.
All right, you did. All right, now you know we're live, right? Oh, you didn't know? No.
No, I did.
You did know. Oh, okay.
And I even-
Nancy McCormick is here. This is interesting, isn't it?
My daughter was walking.
Yep.
And she called me. She walks from my house all the way down here. She told me about it.
Why didn't you contact me?
I contacted Dave.
You did? You didn't contact me. He did not contact me.
I contacted him.
Next time you contact me, you'll have to do this.
All right.
How's my friend? How's John? Luckiest man in the 401. Folks, Nancy McCormick is here. Oh, you can see them taking the pictures inside. You see the flash? This is so terrible. Poor Michele. Oh, God. All right, there's David Sammartino. Are you sure you contacted him?
Yeah, ask him if he got a message in box from me.
David, did you get an inbox from Nancy? Oh, who knows? Everyone's had a busy day. People are saying hi to you.
Hi, everybody.
Yep. Hi, Nancy. Message him. You don't have your phone? Message him. You're going to tighten things up at the command center. And, all right, can I be honest? Let's just step over for a moment. Folks, Nancy McCormick is here. Yes, thank you, Danielle. Oh, over here. All right, hold on a minute. Listen, let them do their job. Stop second guessing them. She keeps saying she knows what she's doing. No, can you tell me, when you look right, do you see any of the TV stations?
No.
When you look left, do you see any of the TV stations?
No.
Who's the one media outlet that is standing on this street right now live?
Just one.
Just one. Put up the hood. It'll look better that way.
I was doing my dishes.
Dishwasher or in the sink?
Sink.
Sink?
Yeah.
Joe won't get you, no? No dishwasher? Mother's
Not
Day is
until
coming.
When we do our kitchen over.
Oh, all right. What do you use? What brand? Dove?
No.
No? Don't tell me. Cascade? No.
No, that's-
Lemon Joy? Cascade? No.
No, that's-
Lemon Joy?
No.
Oh. All right, I give up. What kind?
Dawn.
Dawn! Oh, that was the next one I was going to say.
Only Dawn.
Only Dawn for Nancy's dishes. Does he ever help out with the dishes?
Yeah, he cleans up the kitchen.
He does?
Sometimes.
All right.
Sometimes.
All right. Now listen, we're here in a missing person investigation. We don't have time to hear about you doing the dishes. State police want to know why you're second guessing their actions. All right, now here's one of them. This is significant, coming out of the house. All right, so we have several police inside the house. Now, I don't think he's still home, the owner. I don't think he would, no, they wouldn't let him just be in there. He's watching Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. I don't think so. So terrible. That is exactly right, Janine. Thank you. Do you think, is it wrong that I point out that I'm someplace and the rest of the media is not?
No. I
No,
think
it's fair game, right?
Yeah.
It's competitive business.
Yeah.
I haven't even had my dinner yet.
I would have took you something.
No, it's quite all right.
We had
I have a
steak
very
on the
strict
grill.
diet. Oh,
We had
steak kebab? Steak
and
on
we
the-
had
What else?
carrots.
Carrots? I don't know. I'm not a big carrot fan.
Well, I put like brown sugar.
You can see them looking in that van right there. This whole thing is very suspicious. Now again, I want to recap. Why are they here? Did he answer you, David? Did you get to the bottom of this?
Yeah.
No? Yes. Thank you, Danielle. This is connected to the missing person, Michele Romano, because this was the last place, this is where she lived. And when I was here, a neighbor told me it was like she vanished. I won't say which neighbor.
No, you don't have to.
I don't have to. So terrible. Folks, again, this is the missing woman last seen living here, Michele Romano. And then they found, she's been missing since July. Her remains were found last week, positively identified yesterday. And police have descended now. On this residence. Poor Michele. Leaving her children and her friends and her dog, Inky, her sister, all the people that loved her. So terrible. But this is a big development in the case. No question about it. Now, I want to be very clear. I haven't heard that anyone's been arrested. I haven't heard that. But listen, anytime the police show up in force like this. Normally not a good sign. And in the crime lab. Now, once again, folks, we are live, Rhode Patrol Live. We are live on TikTok and Facebook.
The guy that they're looking for, is that her boyfriend?
No comment. Ugh, so terrible. We were right here.
You look good, Jen.
Very busy, but thank you. I appreciate that. They found her in Foster, Rhode Island. They found her remains. She was living in this house. She was last seen in this house. Oh, okay. All right, the family is watching. The family is watching our live stream. I'm certainly glad I came out. And we do have good support of people. Let me show you again. That's her daughter, little Fallon. We were so hopeful at the time. That was last fall, end of October, early November, when she was missing. Right there, right at the top of the driveway. You still see there's the truck right there. That video is on this Facebook page. And again, there's her daughter, Fallon. You can see the white truck. We interviewed her right there at the top of the driveway. That's when we were reporting that she was missing, and we were trying to bring attention to the case. Thank you, Janice. Okay, also her son, Jaden, is also watching. Our condolences to Jaden. This is where she was living. This is where she was last seen. Chris M., excellent. So terrible. And Nancy, come over for a moment. What a beautiful, beautiful girl. Step over for a moment. Just show you. Yes.
Sad little stuff.
Terrible. Folks, this is another home taken over in Warwick, turned into a crime scene. See what I mean? What it's like when someone's approaching you, are they friendly, not friendly? Like, why are they coming up?
You didn't even know it was me.
I'm telling you. Well, I'm thinking at any moment, to be honest with you, I'm thinking at any moment, Channel 10 and Channel 12 will reach. I mean, at this point, this is like embarrassing at this point for crying out loud. Okay, I'll do a quick recap, although I think we have a pinned comment.
All right, Mom, I'm gonna go.
All right, so good to see you.
You too.
All right, hi to Joe.
I will. Thank you.
All right, folks, I'll recap here. So last July, a woman who was living in this house, Michele Romano, that was the last time she suddenly vanished. And her family reported her missing to the police. The man that owns this home, who she was, I don't know the relationship. So, could have just been sharing space, I don't know. But he called her daughter, according to the daughter, and said, come get your mother's dog. She left. So Fallon went and got little Inky, the family dog, and the family then obviously, the family reported she was missing to the police. That's important to note. The man who Michele lived with here, Chuck, did not, to my knowledge, did not report her missing to the police. And we came out. I want to thank the great Ed Pelletier. Ed had me, kind of teamed me up with Michelle's sister Valerie, and we met here on a Saturday. And Fallon was very brave and came on camera. And we released a series of videos trying to draw attention to the case. Again, this was the missing woman, Michele Romano. And it just kind of sat there. And all of a sudden, last week, a hiker in Foster, I'll show you, found human remains. This was Halloween Day. That's her daughter Fallon, right there at the driveway. You see the white truck right there. And we did a series of videos to try to raise awareness about Michele. And then it just kind of, nothing seemed to be happening with it. She wasn't turning up. And all of a sudden the hiker found human remains. I won't get into detail about that. I'll let the police do that. But they then showed up here just a short time ago. And as you can tell, they're executing a search warrant at this house, at the property. Listen, here's a fair question. Where is the man Chuck who lives in this house? I don't know. Now, he could have, there's several possibilities. It could be they say, we'd like you to come in for questioning. It's possible. A person could say, well, I'd prefer to talk to my attorney first. Possible. Could have taken him into custody. That's possible. Or they could have said, listen, we need to search your house and property. And he left here. He's obviously not to my knowledge, we don't see him here. Unless he's somewhere in the area or... So I can't think of, of all the scenes we've covered, I can't think of another scene or scenario, I should say, than those scenarios I laid out. So either it's possible they wanted to question him, possible he's being detained, possible, or it's possible they said, listen, we have a search warrant because she was living here and we'll be in touch. And we don't know how long they're going to be here. Those are all possibilities. To my knowledge, no one has been arrested. No one's been named a person of interest. Nothing. But this, you can't ignore this is a major, listen, this is a major development in an investigation when they come in heavy like this. The crime lab, canine, and they take over your property and home without question. I even posted on X. I mean, I'd like to be the first one on the scene, but since we're here, I mean, where's the TV stations? This doesn't happen every day. It's a relatively quiet neighborhood, even though it's Oakland Beach. Oh, so terrible. Now, folks, also, I want to mention last night I did do a live, and I did not like that some people just started going off in some different directions. So I got a message from someone. Everyone was saying, why is he so upset? And why was he being so mean? Like, listen, I wasn't being mean. I knew the family was either watching it or they would see it. And I didn't want to entertain where somebody just feels like, all right, let's just go to town with wild theories. So, yeah, Valerie is tremendous, and I feel terrible for her sister. And Fallon is a little doll.
What's up? Why are you watching me?
Because you said, what's up?
Any scoop on anything yet?
You'd have to talk to the police.
Well, you can't answer questions.
Do you live here?
It doesn't matter.
Well, you're asking
So
me
what?
questions.
I asked you a question.
Right.
That's what you're here, right? You're a reporter.
You can ask the police. Oh boy. Here we go. Finally, I've been calling for you guys.
I was all the way up in North
Oh,
Smithfield.
all
It's
right,
like
all
40
right.
minutes
I'm
away.
just kidding. All right, go ahead.
How long you been?
Too long.
Is it just us?
Yeah.
Can you say something yet?
Yeah, of course.
What
That's,
is
who knows, just bullshit.
Yes. We were here yesterday.
Oh, you were? Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
We didn't.
Did you catch him? Did you get him?
Nobody was being on to her. Who's here?
Yeah. Folks, Oakland Beach is Oakland Beach. Thank you very much. All right, I'll give them credit. Channel 10's here. This is like the transgender race within, like the second place finisher comes out like 4 minutes behind. No, I'm here. That guy comes up and goes, what's up? So I turn around and said, why are you looking at me? Because you just said, what's up? Who knows? When they see police, some people start getting a little...
People were pretty nice to us yesterday. I was surprised.
Yesterday? Oh. Yeah, but you don't have the dog whistle effect that I have.
Nice to
And I mean, you can try, but
Stay place.
yeah. They don't talk after the investigation.
No kidding.
I mean, the state police, all due respect, and I like them, respect them, get along with them, but I mean, they are Helen Keller.
Mind if I cut in front of you real quick?
No, go ahead, do your thing, folks. There's Dan from Channel 10. I'm just glad for the company. Safety in numbers. The Oakland Beach crowd. Right now the police have actually moved, so, and the street's blocked. It's getting a little dark. Darkness is falling. Again, right now, Rhode Patrol Live. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure you follow the page, but only if you like live police scenes. Some people say, I don't like these live police scenes. Well, then don't follow the page. But if you do like them, then make sure you tap the screen and follow the page. And then our Facebook following continues to grow. Remember, with Facebook, you can share that you are watching, and then you can also notify others if you do an ad. For instance, if you did at Nancy McCormick, that should notify her to put it on. But this, listen, we seemed to believe this was in the pipeline, and then it didn't happen this morning, so I thought maybe they need another day. Thank you, Elaine. And yet here they are. So sometimes it could be manpower, or then sometimes it could be, I know some people might be surprised at this, but they have to wait to get the warrant signed, and all that stuff may have come down a little late. As surprised as some people may find that. But when you see the Rhode Island State Police Crime Lab show up, it's pretty serious. Now, let's deal in reality. Thank you everyone for supporting us on both platforms. Let's deal in reality. Without knowing all the details, but she was living at this house. So she absolutely, her DNA would be found in this house. She was living in this house. I also want to point out, we don't know cause of death. That has not been released. It doesn't mean that they don't know cause of death. It means we don't know cause of death. So let's just go through a scenario. Let's just say they find some blood. Okay, well, she was living here, but there could be other things they could be looking for. Now, again, I'm going to share this only because now I've handled enough of these crime scenes and spent enough time with police. Now, it's my understanding, without giving away sources, that you can see them coming in and out of the house, that she may have been found in some kind of like a, and again, my apologies to the family, but some kind of maybe like almost like a bag, like a duffel bag. So there could be DNA on that bag that then would match the DNA in the house. I mean, but there's something here. There's something there that they hear. They also want to try to figure out one of the vehicles was used to transport someone. I also want to mention many times a search like this can clear someone. So we want to be open about that. Not pointing any fingers, not making any accusations. Thank you, Yellow Jacket. Search like this needs to be done. You can see all the lights on in the house. They're really going through this home. No question. But what I also want to point out is what was I also want to point out, this is the first time police are searching this home. Let's be very clear about that. And let's talk about that just for a moment. Because I know people could say, well, why didn't they search this house back in August, back in September? Well, you got to have probable cause. And it's very possible that no judge would sign off on a search warrant and didn't feel there was enough probable cause. So let's wait. Let's see where the police investigation goes on this. I can't speak for the family, but I know that at the very least, they know she's no longer missing. Now, I also want to mention, and this is really important, and we're going to talk about this tomorrow in our legal segment with attorney Stephanie Murphy at 1 o'clock outside of the courthouse of the Karen Reed jury selection trial. But one of the things that State Police Detective right there, we see him quite a bit. One of the things, I want everyone to understand, this is just experience of covering some of these cases. It's possible that someone is found and there's no signs that they were in distress. So, what does that mean? We could learn a lot from the toxicology report, I believe. Would never say anything negative about someone who has passed away, but I also want to be very clear that there's many different people that summertime, and someone may say, hey, do you want to get high? Do you want to take a pill? Do you want to do a line? Party a little bit? And then it's sprinkled with fentanyl. It happens. We cover it every week, every month. Now, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow. People need to remember, if you're ever in a situation like that, you have to call 911. You don't suddenly become the funeral director. So, I'm going to just go with a hypothetical. Let's just say someone accidentally OD'd. You call 911. You don't just say, oh, okay, I'll bury them. No, it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. There's laws against that. There's laws against that. So this is very significant. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you for being there. You've been the only one there to report this the whole time. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. And we will do an interview at the appropriate time. You can see the police are very active in this house. At the appropriate time, at the right time, we'll do an interview with Fallon and Valerie, but at the right time. All right, this looks like someone arriving. It is someone arriving. Whoop. but not yet. And again, I know that would seem foolish, but folks, you call 911. That's what you do. If someone's ever at your home or apartment or you're somewhere, and I'm just throwing that out, and someone accidentally ODs, you call 911. You don't move a body, and you don't panic and bury a body. And I'm not saying that happened, by the way, but we're going to go through that tomorrow with attorney Stephanie Murphy. All right, it's getting dark. They are on scene, as you can tell. They're going to be here for a while. I have an early day tomorrow. I'm doing court TV tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I will be in court again on the Karen Reed trial. I want to thank the various people that reached out. I want to thank our moderators. We will follow up with more tomorrow. It's going to get increasingly more dark, and right now the investigation seems to be inside. So, but folks, again, you've been watching our live coverage. And again, say a prayer for her beautiful family. This is someone who everyone is mourning this loss, and I feel terrible. I've been hearing, by the way, from some of Michelle's friends today, and everyone is upset about this. Everyone is heartbroken about it. She deserves so much better. There she is, that beautiful light. And she had such a nice way about her. And we're going to get to the bottom of this. And we're going to find out what happened. How did she go from being in this house with her dog to suddenly being in foster? I don't know. But we're going to find out. Again, thank you, everybody. If you're on TikTok, make sure you follow the page, tap the screen. Everybody on Facebook, make sure you follow. All right. They're going to be here for a while, but we kind of got the gist of it. We'll get more details tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. You've been watching Rhode Patrol Live in Warwick.